That's the best you can do.
Hey, you guys. Happy Friday. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday, everybody. What's going on? I'm trying to do a poll real quick. I was afraid Lambo was going to scratch my jacket. So he had me a little bit shook for a second. So I was trying to push him off because if you guys have seen, he likes to kind of get on his hind legs and come over here and bother me. And I have on my jacket, my new jacket that I love so much. And I thought he was going to scratch it because it's lambskin. It's so soft. I just love it. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm sorry I missed you guys yesterday. I was kind of tired. I went live back to back on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, and my intent was to go live like within, I don't know, after 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever. And I don't know what happened. I can't even tell you what happened yesterday. Life happened at some point. I don't even know. I don't even remember. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember what happened yesterday. But I don't think I wasn't live over here. So anyway, I'm here. I'm here, guys. I was just live over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts for 3 hours. We were talking the trophy mom, which, I do a lot of mom content over there, even though it does have some legalities involved. I guess if I pull the paperwork, we'll probably do some of the legalities over here. I was over at Nyla's like 2 days ago, and she was so nice to have me up, and that was so much fun. And there's so many complexities to this case, but we were talking about it this morning. So I needed to have a little lunch. I was hungry and wanted to have something to drink. And then I talked to my husband for a minute. Did somebody just send me something? Look at that. Thank you so much. Let me drop some coins. Assist sent me some coins. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys spoil me, and I appreciate that. Y'all are awesome. Let me drop this link because I know there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I don't know, there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so let's talk about what was the story of the week. You guys, let me tell you something. We have a very busy court week coming up, or like the first 2 weeks in December. There's a lot of court going on. I need to update the calendar, but we'll talk about that tomorrow or so. I just need to get all my dates together. But December is busy. There's a lot of court going on, and I'm assuming maybe because thank you. And maybe I'm assuming because the year is closing out. So, story of the week. I feel like this was really kind of relevant. Girl. And okay. Let me put these stories of the week up and then we'll just talk about everything. I mean, I'm gonna just say Nesto's not on the story of the week. Is he the story? Am I missing anything? But was there anything Nesto to talk about? Nesto is for all intents and purposes right now, Sir is getting a little bit of a break because there's nothing really to talk about. They're not, I'm not going to say what they're not, but I'm just going to say this. I'm going to just put it like this and like that. Ain't nobody talking about you this week. Hold on. Let me add these other two. Guys, just think about this for a minute. Is Diddy getting out of jail today? Diddy, bail, and shenanigans. And the trophy. Ooh, excuse me. The new. Also, I saw a story I wanted to talk about too, real quick. Okay. Uh-oh. I guess I took. Okay. This is okay, let's talk about the poll. Well, story of the week. YSL, Kayla, and the prosecution. Prosecution rested, right? I should have said that. I missed that part. The new trophy wife. Okay, let me go in order. Story of the week. For you. It doesn't have to be for everybody. You can vote however you think you want. But I would say, what's the story of the week for you? For you. Okay. YSL, Kayla Bumpus Jackson, and the prosecution rested. Is it the Smollett situation overturned? Is it the Diddy shenanigans? We read that whole entire state's response with all of the juicy tea about what Diddy has been getting involved in since he has been locked up. And he's been doing a lot, doing the most. Phones, everything. Just go back to that video. We read the whole entire 30-page document. It took us a long time, but we got through it, and they've been going back and forth filing ever since, and it's a lot. Okay, there's 2 filings today already that I can get into if you want me to. I think I have the 2 up from today. They aren't really very long, but he's going to be going into court without his shackles. So if you guys remember earlier this week, his attorney filed and requested that he not have his shackles on in court today. And today is the day that this was happening. So, and then the new trophy wife shenanigans. So that's been the story that's been gripping for you guys. You don't have to vote story of the week like on YouTube because we don't know what YouTube thinks. I want you guys to vote based on what was your story of the week. Really quick, you did not know Jussie Smollett, the decision was overturned. Can I find this? Of course, I'm not going to find it. It was on my desktop, and now it's like, okay, where is it? Let's see. So Jussie Smollett. Hold on a second. Let me pull this back up. Maybe I clicked off of it. I have so many. Look, this is the story of my life. I have so many tabs open. Let's see. I feel like based on some of what I read, he was like the unfortunate. So on top of what happened or what did not happen, he had a deal with the prosecutors. They gave him a deal, and then the MAGA situation took a hold, and it got talked about, and it got revitalized, and they decided to kind of either pull back his deal, um, and basically the Illinois Supreme Court was like, you can't like give him a deal and then take the deal back and then do something else. So he said basically I'm saying basically nearly 6 years after, hold on a second, let me pull this up. Let me give you guys a visual. If you haven't seen it, you hadn't heard about it, we're not going to go away in detail. I do have the Supreme Court decision, and I will post that for you guys if you want to see that. But hold on. So I'm reading this over on CNN. I'm sure there's other sources, but on today, we're reading at CNN. If you would like to see something else, I think I was looking at the AP too. Nearly 6 years after Jussie Smollett, is that him and his sister? Nearly 6 years after actor Jussie Smollett was accused of staging a hate crime hoax. So they're not saying, my reading was they're not saying that his situation, his shenanigans weren't shenanigans, but he got a deal. They decided to go a different way with prosecuting. They gave him a deal, and then they went back on the deal and did something different, and he appealed it. So 6 years after actor Jussie Smollett was accused of staging a hate crime hoax in downtown Chicago and lying to the police, the Illinois Supreme Court on Thursday overturned his conviction over prosecutorial issues. The court ruled that after Cook County State Attorney Kim Foxx dropped charges against the former Empire actor, the special prosecutor should not have been allowed to intervene. We are aware that this case that has generated significant public interest, and that many people were dissatisfied with the resolution of the original case and believed it should be unjust. Justice Elizabeth M. Rochford wrote in the court's 5-0 decision, with 2 justices abstaining, because the initial charges were dismissed as part of an agreement with the defendant, and the defendant performed his part of the agreement. The second prosecution was barred, said Rochford. Smollett's case that unfolded in early 2019 saw a shift from widespread sympathy that soon turned to skepticism. Isn't that what we're seeing on YouTube with the trophy wife? Widespread sympathy, now turning into skepticism, and being written off of Fox television show as emerging details led to questions regarding the actor's claim about what unfolded during the alleged attack. This week's ruling did not address Smollett's claims of innocence, which he has maintained since 2019, according to his legal team. Nayi Uche, Smollett's lead attorney, said the original case should never have gone to trial, and that it would not have done so if his client had just a regular Joe down the street. I don't know if that's true, because in light of Carly Russell was out here with the lies and the shenanigans and making people waste their time, and she's still in court. So Jussie Smollett, shame on you as an actor, and a public figure for doing that. And you know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, this is what happens when you start a lie. You can't maintain where a lie is going to go. If you're going to sit up here and lie and tell lies and take advantage of the people, it's unfortunate, and good for you that you got something rewound. But I would say, if the events surrounding what got you into this to begin with were a lie, baby, I don't feel sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel sorry. This was a vindictive prosecution with no. This was a vindictive persecution with no. That this was no prosecution. Uche said. I'm sure Jussie would want an apology, but he's a realistic man, right? He knows he's not going to get it. Why does he think he needs an apology when there's still questions about, like, they're not saying he was never guilty. They're just saying that they gave him a deal and dropped the charges, unless they're saying they dropped the charges or refused to um, go further. Doesn't mean that he didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Anyway, speaking to CNN's Laura Coates Friday, Fox said that the Supreme Court's decision affirms what I learned in my first semester of my first year of law school. You cannot try someone for the same crime twice. Okay, double jeopardy. It's vindicating in that we should never have been here in the first place because we find ourselves back where we were in March of 2019. Special Prosecutor Dan K. Webb expressed disappointment in the court's decision to overturn the conviction and sentence, which included paying Chicago more than $120,000 in restitution for overtime expenses incurred while investigating the alleged hoax. Webb said in a statement that Thursday ruling did not clear Jussie Smollett's name. He is not innocent. The city of Chicago is still able to pursue its pending civil lawsuit. If I were Jussie Smollett, I would be quiet and try to let this go away. The more they want to come and smear in the faces that the Supreme Court overturned a certain aspect, they might start going for their coin. You never know. The city of Chicago is still able to pursue its pending civil lawsuit against Smollett in an attempt to recoup more than $120,000, according to Webb. How we got here. Many of the twists and turns of this case began early in January 2019, when Smollett, who is black and identifies as gay, told police he was attacked near his Chicago apartment by two men shouting racial and homophobic slurs at him. But the thing is, the guys came back and said they got paid. Smollett said the men placed a noose around his neck and poured an unknown chemical substance on him, according to the Chicago Police Department at the time. The actor, who claimed that one of the men he said attacked him, exclaimed, "This is MAGA country." Police said authorities initially investigated the incident as a hate crime. The actor at first received widespread support as advocacy groups and colleagues, other celebrities and politicians, including then President Trump, rallied behind him in the wake of the alleged hate crime. So these are the two guys. These two guys said that Smollett hired them to do this skit. Brothers Olajimbo and Asandrio and Adimabola Asumdiario arrived at court for a hearing for the actor Jussie Smollett in Chicago, July 14th, 2021. In a statement thanking fans in 2019, Smollett said he had been 100% factual and consistent on every level in response to doubts about his story's integrity. But February 2019 confession from two brothers questioned in connection with the attack quickly led to the unraveling of Smollett's account and credibility. I'm just going to say the brothers, who were described as persons of interest in the case that month, told Chicago authorities 1 hour before the 48-hour detention period was set to end that the attack was a hoax. Smollett paid them $3,500 to carry out a staged attack in order to take advantage of pain and anger of racism to promote his career, and then Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson. As far as we can tell, the scratching and bruising that you see on his face were more likely self-inflicted. Johnson said that in late February 2019. Smollett was arrested and faced a felony charge for disorderly conduct and allegedly filing a false police report and was released on bond. The brothers, who later went on to testify against Smollett, told investigators Smollett had initially attempted to gain attention by sending a false letter that relied on racial homophobic political language, according to Johnson. You see how people do? Okay. You see how people do? People will do the most out here. And we've been seeing that on YouTube. I don't know if that lady's lying on YouTube, but I know that there's aspects of her story that do not add up. And okay. Anyway, back to Jussie. A letter arrived at the Chicago set of Empire a week before the alleged attack. It contained white powder later discovered to be aspirin. Okay. And a drawing of a stick figure hanging from a tree, said police. Smollett told one of the brothers he was disappointed in the Empire's team's reaction to the letter, according to the prosecution. Smollett then paid the brothers to stage an attack. Even I'm not wrong for calling them the brothers, okay? Because this particular article is just like, look, we're gonna call them the brothers. Okay. The Osundiario brothers were released without being charged, and Smollett denied any involvement in orchestrating a hoax. Initial charges dropped before the grand jury. March 2019, a Cook County grand jury indicted Smollett on 16 counts of disorderly conduct following the alleged attack. The indictment said he gave separate statements with differing details to Chicago police officers, and Detective Smollett pled not guilty. Fox removed herself from the case shortly before the charges were announced to address impartiality concerns based on familiarity with potential witnesses in the case, a spokeswoman from her office said at the time. Later that month, the prosecutors dropped all charges against Smollett. The Cook County State's Attorney Office said the decision came after reviewing the case and after Smollett agreed to forfeit his $10,000 bond, CNN previously reported. Chicago city officials condemned the move, and Johnson said he supported investigators' conclusion that the attack was a hoax. A Cook County Circuit judge in June 2019 approved appointing a special prosecutor to handle the independent investigation of Smollett's case. Also, that month, he really pissed some people off. And there might have been people who just felt like, don't do that. Like everything he did, like, don't do that. There's enough that goes on in the world. We don't need you creating fake scenarios revolving around stuff that people actually really go through. Also that month, Chicago police released a body cam footage after the night of the alleged attack, showing the actor with a rope tied in a noose around his neck. Police released the tape along with some text messages and 70 hours of video and more than 400 pages of search warrants to the media. In January 2020, the judge ordered Google to hand over to the special prosecutor more than a year's worth of personal electronic data from Smollett, including geolocation information, search history, and photographs. These days, if you think you're going to come through and play with these people, like the minute that they start requesting everything from your phone and everything like that, and you're thinking you didn't start to finish on that phone or your computer and all of these things, you're going to be looking real sad and looking real bad. Okay. The following month, we all looking at him sideways, India. Believe me, this is ridiculous, right? Hello, everybody. Hey, everyone who's here, and everyone who's not here. If you're coming back on the replay, hey, boo, hey. The following month, the grand jury indicated Smollett was making false reports after Webb said his office had finished the investigative steps regarding the case and decided to prosecute him further. So you drop all the charges. I mean, is that kind of like a null pros? But null pros is we're not pursuing it now, but we could. So that's different, right? If you are saying we're not pressing charges and you're going to forfeit your $10,000 bond, I guess that's a deal, right? Okay, Smollett listens as his sentence is read in Layton criminal court building on March 10th. Smollett was charged with making 4 separate false statements to police officers, according to a statement from Webb's office released around that time. Smollett pled not guilty through his attorney. He was found guilty December 2021 on 5 of 6 felony counts and was sentenced March 22 to 30 months of felony probation that included 150 days in jail. He was also ordered to pay $120,000 in restitution and fined $25,000 for making false police reports. Smollett spent less than a week in jail after the Illinois appeal court granted an emergency motion by his attorney to delay his sentence and grant him bail until the appeal was resolved. What could be next for Smollett's career? I don't know. Does anybody really, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we have just a little bit left. Okay. Smollett returned to the small screen earlier this year in the film's Lost Holiday, which he directed and starred in. The role marks the first on-screen appearance since the character in the television series Empire was written off shortly after the 2019 arrest. Smollett has remained committed to clearing his name in the nearly 6 years since his arrest. I do not want to have a felony on my record for something I did not do, Smollett said in an interview last month with Entertainment Tonight's Nichelle Turner. That's what we're fighting for. I know that on the surface, it probably seems like, why doesn't he just serve the time? Why doesn't he just let this go? It would be easier if, in fact, done this to say that I did it. I wouldn't have spent almost $3 million of my own money. Look, you guys know what I'm going to say. I wouldn't have had a trial, Smollett told ET. He reportedly sought treatment for substance abuse last year. Smollett said in an interview with ET that he feels he deserves a second chance professionally, no matter how much people are yelling in my face saying, "You're a liar, you're a liar." No, I'm not a liar. No, I'm not a liar. I don't want them to believe that. So he wants us to believe, if they took all his phone information, his computer, his Google, and maybe they didn't have a strong case, or maybe they just felt like this is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. I don't know, or we're gonna do him a favor, or I don't know, maybe somebody, I don't know. I don't know why they didn't decide to prosecute. I haven't switched up my story. I haven't changed anything that I ever said. He told ET, I stand by every single thing I've ever said. Everyone else in the situation, every single person has changed their story. If I were him, which I'm not, and he spent $3 million. I don't know. At this point, I would move on with my career, move on with my life, but I'm not him, and he feels he wants to vindicate himself. What I would like to know is where these 2 men came from that say you hired them for this job. Okay. They say you hired them. And if they have all of that, I think there was footage, all kinds of stuff. This is just embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. These guys are coming through to drop the tea. It's just embarrassing at this point. If I were him, I would let it go. I don't know. But, I'm not him. He wants to clear his name. I get it. He sought treatment. Mental health is real. It's good luck, Jussie. That's all I have to say. You guys so far in the story of the week, 8% of you, this was like a pivotal story this week for you. Since you guys have been voting, it was the new trophy wife, but YSL, Kayla, and the prosecution are taking the lead. So let me see if they have gone live. I know they're supposed to be doing, Long Crime is supposed to be doing some, let's see, is this coming up? Oh, 6 minutes from now. I wonder if they're showing the family walking into the courthouse. I'm sure. Let me see. Do you guys know what time court was supposed to start? Let me see. Court is today, I know, but the time, I'm not sure. Let me see. Does anyone know what time court is supposed to start? Let me see. Let me hit the back button. Court on Friday. Um, November 22nd. So, what is going to be talked about today is I think they argued all of the stuff about the items that were retrieved from MDC in his jail cell. I think some of that was resolved. I'm behind because I didn't get caught up last night on this. I was busy with the trophy mom. But on today, let's see. Let's see. November 21st. Okay. Yeah, so yesterday they were supposed to, the government should confirm on or before November 21st, 24, that the notes have been deleted based on the government's representation that the filter team has no involvement in either the grand jury investigation or the litigation. The filter team may retain copies of the photographed notes. Let me take, hold on one second. So we're on Diddy now. Hold on. Let me see today. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I think Law and Crime is going live on this in like 4 minutes, but I don't know. There's no cameras in the courtroom, but they might be showing the arrivals if the family is going to show up. I would imagine that the family is going to show up again. You know, we love a Miss Janice arrival and the twins and Chance. You know, Diddy has been accused, we read this in the documents, of a social media campaign to influence future jurors, that he has a solid family unit and that he's a good dad, and what people are saying about him is not true. There's some people you can tell otherwise. Let me see if there is some. Okay, I'm going to be honest. I can't tell you when this is, but this is what CNN is showing right now. So let's see. CNN keeps running the same footage over and over and over of the family arriving to court, arriving and leaving court, arriving and leaving court. So I'm not really sure what that's all about. But I don't think this is today. But they're kind of rerunning various different times where the family has shown up and the lawyers and everyone's coming and everyone's going. So these are the players, either from the law team perspective or the family, but he's going to court today for his third bail attempt. And, you know, we've read again some of the documents. There goes Miss Janice. Now, this is not today. If anyone asks, this is not today. You know, Miss Janice is not coming with the same thing again. She's wearing her little knit dress, her big glasses, her big ginormous wig. All the kids are there. And Diddy has been accused of a social media campaign to try to influence the community at large about his innocence. So that was part of the interference that the government says is possible, because if they can't control Diddy while he is at a very well controlled situation, how in the world can they possibly control him from the outside? So I don't know. We could shut this poll down in a couple of minutes. I want to know from you guys, do you think he's going to be freed or denied today? Is Diddy going to be free or is he going to be denied? Jussie Smollett did get a win. Woman he chose. The whole show goes on for the public. Let's see. Janice. You said Janice got an outlaw wig on? Janice is a lawbreaker with that wig. Hold on a second. Let's run it back a little bit. Combs, who faces more than 30 civil complaints. Sean Diddy Combs is trying to corruptly influence witness testimony. That's what some of the allegations from the government. You say hopefully denied. They feel like he is trying to taint the jury pool by putting on a facade, even from the jail. You think his money is going to get him out the door? Is that what you're saying? His money is going to buy his freedom on today? Do you think 11/22 is the day that freedom will be purchased? Look at them boys. Look at them Combs boys, okay? The Combs boys were out there on Halloween fighting with Ray J, and Chris Brown had to come out. Do you see this nonsense? The Combs boys were out here playing on Halloween with Ray J and Chris Brown of all people, which don't talk about Breezy. I'm a Breezy fan, but Chris had to break up the fight. Okay, look at Gloria Allred confused. Girl, who sent Gloria to the courthouse by herself? Bless her heart. Sis has been doing that good legal work for a long time. So no tea, no shade, but sis got look, she was going the wrong way. Sis got confused. Okay. It happens to the best of us. Okay. They were trick or treating. That was a trick or treat. Is she in her 70s? I thought she in her 80s. Janice might be in her 80s, y'all. Look at this is not today, y'all. This is not today, okay? Look at Miss Janice's assistant. Hold on a second. Let's see. I'm trying to get a picture over here on Law and Crime. Hold on, guys. Let's go over here. Y'all, my internet has been acting weird. That's another reason why I'm not trying to do too much right now, because my internet has been weird all day. Okay, let's see. Law and Crime is going live. So let's see. Oh, they went back to. All right, I'll keep you guys posted. They're getting ready to go live, so we'll get there. Okay, here's the scene outside. So we're going to see a very similar scene. Okay, we're going to see a very similar scene over there at the. Is that the Thurgood Marshall building? Thank you so much, Stormy, for supporting. Law and Crime is live. Am I over here? I think I'm on Law and Crime. What else are they? This is Law and Crime. This is where we're at. Are you on a different Law and Crime channel? Because you know they have several. I don't know what is going on with my computer today, but it is not operating. I'm not sure what is going on over here. I can't expand my screen. Girl, yes. Can you believe that? Miss Janice is, we were giving, because that's what 70, girl, Shirley is a 70 baddie. Who else is 70 and a baddie? There's a couple of, let me not say too much because I don't want to say a name. Girl, Gloria Allred. Gloria is 83, baby. Bless her heart, okay? Look at that. Still fighting the good fight. 83 years old. Let me tell you something. That's amazing. That's amazing. She's fighting cases. 83, you might want to be sitting in the shade, sipping on some lemonade, okay? Having a time, okay? Enjoying this is probably what she does. Is she's enjoying her life. Puffy's mom is senior. She's definitely senior. Hold on a second. Let me get this thing up under my control cuz my computer is like, girl, okay. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Okay, maybe this is it. We're not gonna play with it too much, okay? This is one of this, like, don't play with it, don't play with it, okay? Do not play with the feed. So I can't. Girl, that girl has some high waters on. Do you see? They're not even capris. They are like legit high waters. Okay, so this is kind of our thing to do, watching the arrivals at the court. It's raining in New York, so it seems, and they're probably getting the rain in New York that we had yesterday. We had a cold rain that was not good. Okay. You guys still voting? Some of you guys, let's see, let's do in the chat since we still have the other vote up, the story of the week. Is it YSL? Is it Jussie Smollett? Is it Diddy and Diddy's bail and shenanigans? What were the shenanigans, Fran? If you go to my video earlier this week, we read the whole entire document. They have talked about what he's been doing since he's been in jail, what he's been doing at the jail, what they feel like. I only had room for 4. I don't I'm going to just be honest, since I'm not going to say just cuz I didn't think of it, it's not a story of the week. I'm going to go based on the views. Um over here. Now, we didn't even talk about Jussie Smollett, but I know a lot of us loved Empire, right? I know I did. Me and my husband, we would be waiting for Empire, okay? We were listening to the music on Apple Music. Empire was our show, okay? Um Susan Smith, that wench, girl, I wouldn't say that was a story of the week. And you guys I don't even think I got 3,000 views over here. So y'all weren't really into it. I'm talking about Bougie Gang. That was not a Bougie Gang story of the week. It just wasn't. I don't think. And I didn't get to talk to you guys about Jesse yesterday. So but I don't know if you guys think Susan is a write-in. Susan is right where she needs to be in South Carolina Department of Corrections and won't be getting another look for 2 years from now. And if the Smiths can't go, I know I'm gonna show up just on some trauma she inflicted to me as a black woman, having to feel nervous because you are telling lies about black men in the South. Okay, so if there's ever a time the Smiths can't show up, I bet you the community will. The community at large. Let David put a call out saying he can't come that year, which I'm sure he's going to come if they got to wheel him in a wheelchair, he'll be showing up. But I bet you that community is going to show up because people have no respect for what she did. She's a pariah. So we're not going to give her no story of the week status. Sis girl, she don't get story of the week. Okay. Um, Especially season 1, 2, season 1, 2, 3, maybe. Season 1 and 2 were like, and Cookie was Gucci down all the time. Girl, Cookie had those outfits. Okay. Are these the kids? They showed up in a Sprinter. Girl, I said Coochie. Remember all those good songs? See the family. The family's on their way in. It's going to be the girls and those bad boys, the bad boys of the Combses, them. Girl, Cookie. Cookie was Gucci down all the time. This has got to be the kids. If they're showing up in a sprinter, you know that got to be Mr. Combs' churn. Okay, Gucci down to the socks, rings and rocks. Y'all, Combs family with Albie Shore and Wolf's son. Okay. Who's in the sprinter fixing their hair? Is it Janice? Is it Quincy? Is it the twins? Is it Chance? Is it Justin? Or is it King Combs? I feel like King Combs is like, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. Where's my CarMax? Okay. Quincy got himself together before they left the hotel. Who is holding up in the van? Is it Janice? You think it's the children all together? It's the children collective. They're just not ready yet. The girls need to put their lip gloss on. It's Quincy. You think Quincy's not ready? Quincy's fixing his hair? Stop it. Oh, look, someone there. He got that good picture. He's like, wait a second. One potato, two potato, three potato. Where's the brother with the tunic? Remember last time the brother with the tunic? Girl, 1, 2, 3. Okay, family. Here comes the family, y'all. Diddy is fighting. Diddy is fighting to get out of jail, y'all. They must be waiting for their theme music. Wait. Okay. Hey, what's up? What's up, my brother? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Guys, it's overcoat hoodie season. If you did not know, now you know. It's overcoat and a hoodie extra layer season, okay? Layer up. I do like that. Personally, I like that look. I think that's like a great casual guy look with your hoodie and a nice jacket. I'm not mad at that. You like that look too. Yes. I think it looks very. Okay, here we go. Who's. Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. I got the melody wrong. Okay, is that King Combs? No. We don't know who that is. They were like, wait a second, we don't know that person. Let the decoy off first. Okay. There's Quincy. We see a blonde-headed one. There's Quincy. There's Albie Sure's son. Quincy got them babies. He gonna get his little sisters. Oh, they didn't want to get their wraps messed up. Okay, who? Okay. Okay, girls. Everybody holds hands. Okay, Miss Janice, girl. Okay. Okay, you good. You good, mama. Okay, Quincy, Chance, twins, King Combs, Miss Janice. Okay, the boys have Miss Janice. Look, the cameras are only on the twins. People only care about the twins. They're little forever. Look at Miss Janice in her boots. Ooh, Miss Janice. Okay. Justin is giving church. Justin was giving Sunday service. I'm at lawn crime. You guys let me down on this on the camera angle. Y'all let me down. Now we got to go hit the rest of the internet to find the angles. Okay. Janice always dressed so tacky. Honestly, why does he want them there? I would have told my mom to stay home with the babies. When my dad was locked up, she never let me see him because she wasn't going to allow me to see that environment. I hear you. Absolutely. Remember, he's got a whole social media campaign. They have receipts saying that he is doing a social media campaign to show him as a good father, to show him, he's got kids. All his kids don't have a mother, but he's got a little baby who's got her mother. He's got 4 kids, really 3, but another one, Quincy, they all lost their mother. So Quincy's not his kid, but he helped raise up Quincy. So he's got 4 kids with no mother. 2 of them are about to graduate from school, but we don't even know who the twins stay with. They might have some sort of a housekeeper. They might have like an Alice over there. Because Janice ain't keeping up with the kids. They got Alice over there to take care of the girls who are still in high school. Chance has her mother. The twins don't. King Combs, he's grown. Justin has his mother. I don't know. He's trying to keep up his persona that he's a very interactive dad of 7 kids who needs a sprinter to bring them to the courthouse with his aging mom who still likes to dress like it's the 90s. Alice, the Diddy Bunch. Yes, the Diddy Bunch with Miss Janice. The Diddy Bunch with Miss Janice. Sean Combs and the Diddy Bunch. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Yes, they have all gone to see dad at court. So we just have to wait for the filing. I can go on X and see what's going on. Okay. So Kayla Bumpus, let's pivot. The family just got here. I don't know if there's anything else to see. I mean, I'm sure Diddy probably comes in under the building. I'm sure they have some sort of safe, secure, armored van that brings the criminals into the court, the alleged criminals. And if you're going to go see Diddy, you need to go down there. Okay. You see the guy who was on the phone looking like y'all not gonna get my face. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The twins don't have their mother. King Combs doesn't have his mother because they're all Kim Porter's kids. Quincy is Kim Porter's kid, but he has his father, who's Albie Shore. Justin has a different mom. Girl, is that Deb Anthony? Did you see that? Wait a second. Hold on. Who is that lady? Who is the lady with the big booty and the platinum blonde hair? That can't be Little Kim because that can't be Mary J. Who is that? That is definitely, I mean, it's giving mink coat. What's going on here? I know it's cold in New York. That might be Deb Anthony. Okay, who is that? Girl, somebody got a big old booty going into the court with a mink coat on, okay? Nobody even stopped her to say, ma'am, no, ma'am, you need to go down. The Diddy is, if someone's showing up to court in a mink coat, they got to be going down there to Diddy. She just walked herself right on in, okay? That looked like Auntie Deb, okay. It was giving. Why is the police? They didn't say anything. They said older black lady in a mink coat. I'm just not gonna say a word. All these cameras here. I'm not saying a word. We gonna let her. That was Big Ange. R.I.P. Big Ange. Um, they said no. We gonna just go ahead and know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to run. Okay, know when to walk away. What is it? Know when to hold. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. No, that wasn't Miss Janice. Miss Janice walked in with the kids. She walked in with King and Justin. Okay. Quincy walked in with Chance and the twins. Okay, guys, let's talk about YSL a little bit. Um I don't have any visuals in front of me right now. Let me go see. Kayla Bumpus went live. I don't even know if she still has that up. Girl, let's see. Kayla said, let's see. Kayla Bumpus Jackson. Okay, Kayla Bumpus. Attorney Kayla Bumpus. Me personally, you already know when I'm getting ready to give an opinion because I'm like, me personally, I heard what I was getting ready to say and I said, girl hush. Um hold on. Let's see what's going on. This week, so the big moment this week, I think that was interesting. Did we hold on a second? Was this when they did the TikTok? Hold up. So, okay, we're just gonna leave it like that. We're not playing anything. We're just gonna use this backdrop. Okay. Uh, hold up. So this week, the prosecution rested. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of drama. Um, there was the outing of Kayla in court for is she married to Shannon Jackson? Is she not? If you guys saw her do a reel to Shamar's song, this is where this came from. At this event. I don't know if we're gonna see that on here. Uh anyway, ma'am was live a little while ago talking about she I mean, look, this is her business. At the end of the day, first of all, let's talk about I guess we'll talk about her since we were talking about her first. Um if ma'am is married to Shannon Jackson, which we know she is married to a Shannon Bernard Jackson, who that is that Shannon Stillwell? Girl, yes. That's what District Attorney Abati said, and that's what was said in court. No one said anything like I object to that. No, that's not accurate information. Nobody said anything about objecting to the fact that what are they talking about her jeans? She looks like she gonna bust out of her pants. They better leave Kayla alone. Kayla feels a way about her appearance and you can't tell her nothing about how she looks. And as most women, nobody should really. I mean, she looks fine. Um, Now I guess she must have. I don't know if she has a couple of dogs or not. She did a podcast with a dog, which is supposed to be one of her dogs. I don't know, but anyway, she may or may not be married to Shannon Stillwell. But word on the street, 99.9%. If a body said it, which we know he did, the woman is married to one of the defendants in the YSL case. The prosecution closed the case. They rested, and the defense said they were not putting on a case in chief. They said that Doug Weinstein basically was on TikTok and stated that they put on their case through the prosecution's case. So through their cross of the prosecution, that's how they put their case on. And it's coming to a close. So it could just be another week or two. You never know. I mean, how these closing arguments are going to go. And then the deliberations, will the deliberations be fast or slow? I suspect the deliberations are going to go pretty fast. I think people are going to be ready to leave, ready to get the hell up out of there, ready to get back to their jobs, ready to get back to their real life. Um, I would imagine that they're going to get the statements, they're going to get their jury instructions, and they're going to try to match up what needs to be matched up and apply it to the law, apply it to the allegations, and that's pretty much it. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to get the charges, they're supposed to be given the law, they're supposed to have all the evidence for them to review. And oh, that's Woody's dog. He has a little doodle. My God. Okay. Let me put the defendants up in front of here because it really is more about them than it is just about Kayla, even though the show. What is going on with the internet? Something's weird. Anyway, let me not talk too much about that. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at Newsweek giving a little update. What's today? Oh, that was the 15th last week. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me get this picture. Okay. So these are two last men standing. Everyone else, at least in this phase, got deals. And Kayla Bumpus' husband. Oh, Jesus. Who's that? Winnie Lee. And okay, girl, that was the one that they were talking about, Obama. Okay. These are the two guys who are still here waiting for justice. Baby, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go. And Stillwell has 2 murder charges on him. I can't even speak to what all of Diamante Kendrick charges are. I will be listening to the closing arguments. I have not been following the whole 164 days of trial testimony. I've dipped in, dipped out for a while. But as far as every single detail and being an expert on YSL, that's not me. I don't have all of that knowledge, but it's been pretty interesting, especially the last couple of months and all of the drama. Back to Kayla. I mean, Kayla has definitely kept it interesting for the people. She has definitely kept it very interesting for the people, and a dose of ratchet. So we gonna keep our eyes open. I guess next week we're gonna hear closing arguments, and the jury will get the case. It could be this time next week we could have a verdict and it's over. And I do know that so phase 2 will be getting started also. We don't know how that's going to go or what are any of you guys going to be following phase 2 of the YSL trial? I wonder if they're having to make some edits based on what's happened in the past couple of weeks to the new trial and how those apply to the people who are waiting trial. I mean, as long as it stays relevant and people are interested, then I mean, I guess I'll be keeping up with it just to, just from interest, pretty much. But it's still, it's still a compelling story. I think people want to see this part close out, and then we'll get to the next part, see what happens with that. So, um, if you voted that YSL prosecution rest and the defense resting basically and closing argument starting next week, I mean, that was pretty huge. That was pretty huge. Detective Viverito came and made her presence known. She got dragged across the internet. So Detective Viverito got dragged. Um, Kayla got exposed. Girl, problems with the internet. I don't know if you guys saw it the other day. I'm not sure what happened, but somehow Bible Lady, the blogger, ended up running the camera for Law and Crime. People were running Law and Crime feeds and got oopsie daisied into having Bible Lady bloggers overlays on their screen because Law and Crime wasn't up. They weren't up for a minute, and that happened. So there were just some little oopsie daisies. What are we watching? We're talking about YSL, so it's a picture of YSL. You think Kayla seems to be starved for attention? It's definitely giving that. It's definitely giving that. Okay. Um, let me see how you guys voted. Let me go back over to the vote. We're just going over some hot topics today. So 310 votes. 310 votes so far. If you haven't voted yet, go ahead and vote. I'm getting ready to shut this vote down. We have 349, 350, 351. 351 votes. Okay, well, I'm going to end this right here. We've had this up for about an hour. 351 votes. You guys have voted. Let me screenshot this and then we'll talk about that a little bit. Why not? Why not? We talked about it a lot over my other channel, but and we were talking about it over here. I was over at Nyla's channel on Wednesday night. And we talked about it then, but you guys voted, and the new trophy wife shenanigans, 33% of you guys, was the story of the week for you. Number 2 was YSL. Number 3, the Diddy bail shenanigans, and 9% Jussie Smollett. So the new trophy wife, 33%, YSL, the Kayla prosecution, all of the nonsense drama, 32%, Diddy, 23%, Jussie Smollett, 9%. Those were the stories of the week. So let me pull up her picture. Let's go over to TikTok. I'll pull some of the documents. I haven't gone over any of them, just to be quite honest. I don't have any of it just yet. But I don't even know what her real name is. It's allegedly Isis Morales, Paloma Dowdy. Girl, I halfway don't even believe that that's her. Well, maybe it is Paloma Dowdy, Paloma Morales. Girl, I cannot stand a liar. Hold on a second. I cannot stand a liar. Let me see. Oh, did she take down her TikTok channel? Okay, no. Her TikTok is still up. She's cool with that. I guess she's cool with that. She took down her whole Instagram. So the trophy wife, if you're not following me on TikTok and you have a TikTok, follow me. Real Talk Bougie. Just smush it all together. You'll find me, Real Talk Bougie, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If you're not following me on those on those platforms, get into it. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know her like that. I'm gonna be really honest. I mean, I don't know what she is. I mean, I'm so Morales is, like a Latin or Hispanic name, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything because these days, I mean, we don't really know what anyone is. But I heard, which I'm not sure, maybe she is Black and Latina. Latina from where I do not know. I don't, you know what I mean? She's clearly not white and she may or may not be a little bit black. If she is Hispanic, then she's got some black in her, either one way or the other. Um, I don't know. Is she mixed? I would say it's a safe bet that yes. Mixed with what? I do not know. I'm going to be honest with you guys. For me as an individual person, I really don't get into, I don't care about people's bloodline. So that's a question I rarely ask. So I don't even know. I wasn't even trying to seek it out. I could care less if she is, if she's 10% this, 20% that. That's a question I would have to be reminded to ask because it just doesn't hit my radar. To me, it's obvious she's not white and it's obvious she's not 100% um black per se, but she could be. You know what I mean? Like we look like a little bit of everything. So I really don't know. Yeah, she's a mix of a lot of different things. What she is, I don't know. So yeah, she took her Instagram, all of her content down. Now, does that mean anything? Um, well, if she was making money off of her Instagram, it definitely stops that money. If she had a monetized Instagram channel, that's done. At least for now. And it's going to take you out. Yeah, I always forget to ask that. Like, I don't even think to ask that, but that's just me. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, I guess, you know what I mean? You know how Virgos are. There's just some things we just don't give a fuck about. And I just don't. Um, you know, um, so she took down her Instagram. This TikTok is still up and she has filtered a lot of things. The one thing that I was curious about, girl,
Hey Trophies, I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about
I love
Proverbs
making lobster
31.
tails. I love making lobster tails. I was kind of curious about this, but she was talking about being a Proverbs 30 woman. Okay. It looked like she made some sort of a lobster bisque soup. You guys know I'm in my soup era.
Extra distance to feed and nourish and care for not only
So
her
she made
family
a
but
lobster
also for
bisque.
herself. So, yes, ladies, I hope that you all are aspiring to be that Proverbs 31 woman that God has called you to be. And
So she made lobster
enjoy.
bisque, some
See ya.
claws. Okay. Okay. This is a woman, if you hadn't heard her story, this woman has been going viral on YouTube. She's got over 2 million views. She also has a GoFundMe. I don't know how the GoFundMe is doing. This morning I saw the GoFundMe. I think she was approaching $8,000. She was like at 7,700 and something. Let me see. Okay. Her GoFundMe is increasing. Her GoFundMe this morning, I remember this because I looked at it right before I signed off. She had like 158 donations. It looks like she's gotten four more donations. Yeah, four more donations. She has a very good benefactor over here, someone by the name of Portia. Portia has donated $2,000 two times. Portia donated $4,000 basically. And then there's various other donations adding up to. So this almost $8,000, half of it has been donated by someone by the name of Portia A, who is a top donor. And she says now she can afford to get a lawyer who is trying to separate her from a lawyer to help her from her husband, who is trying to separate her from her kids. She did put up a post. Let me see. Just one second, guys. I mean, I do feel like people are kind of making this into like insensitivity, and people are, you know, victim shaming or mom shaming. I- okay, you think she donated to herself? Okay, I could get with that. Um, I don't think this is victim shaming. I think people are acknowledging there obviously is some issues in this household. Um, were the kids victimized? I hope and pray not. Um, in fact, if the according to what she's saying, the kids being victimized, I just want the kids to get some help. And I just find it absolutely disgusting as a mother to share that information. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's gross to tell people, let these kids grow up and tell their own story. I just don't think it was for her to put this out on the streets, because look what's happened. There's no honor and respect going on revolving around this, but that's her kids and that's how she feels about it. And this is how she wanted to get money together to care for them and their well-being. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do about it? Like, I can't want it more than she does. So at the end of the day, if she is okay with using her kids to earn coin, because that's exactly what she did, she used her kid's story to make a buck to get an attorney. Hello? You know what I'm saying? Um, if I need to be bullied, lied on, discredited, and whatever else to bring awareness and put attention on this man's crimes, then so be it. All those calling me a liar will eat their words. It's sick to see those who have so much negative things to say about me and barely anything to say about the monster who committed these acts against my own children. This is the reason victims stay silent and this cycle continues and continues. I didn't know the victims were talking. The victims are being dragged by their mother to get coin so she can get a lawyer for her divorce. The criminal investigation on my husband began from the time I was in the hospital. I tried to press criminal charges. The same time I filed a protective order against him, but I was told I couldn't because the state must do it. Unfortunately, these situations are more common than you think. And because of this, the state is working through many cases in order to get to mine. In these cases, at least in my state, women cannot just press charges for essay. I believe this is unfortunately because the women may have not always been truthful in these situations. However, in this case, it's all very true. It's crazy that monsters like this can walk free for weeks, months, even years, sometimes before charges and convictions. I can't wrap my head around it. The system must change. I've done everything I can. All I have left is my YouTube audience. Girl, bye. For all who pretended that I knew, for all who pretend that I knew this was happening is completely untrue and the sickest assumption I've ever heard thus far. I can't believe that this is what you all have come up with. If you call me on a Saturday today you will hear the same ruckus in the background because that's what it sounds like with 5 kids in a home. I deleted my videos because I'm so tired of being blamed for my daughter's abuse. Yet the PDF gets off easy. Thank you immensely to those women who have donated to the GoFundMe. I can now afford to hire a lawyer to fight my husband in court, whom is trying to get custody of his victims. So she didn't have a lawyer before. Is that what she's saying? She can now afford to hire a lawyer. Not this will help with my legal fees, that I'm already incurring, but now she's saying she can hire a lawyer. You use this story to drag your kids, tell the world their business, for them on their name to have to basically pay for their own legal defense. This is their money anyway. You know what I'm saying? So why not use it for their health and well-being, right? If I hadn't made that video, I would still be in the same powerless position trying to fight a man whom has much more resources than I do, which is a scary place to be. We talked about this like top to bottom on my other channel. So I'll share the link in the first pinned comments for you to go over there. I think I did share the playlist. I'm not sure. But I shared this morning's video. So if you care, if this is a hot topic for you and you're interested in hearing more about it, go over to my channel, Love Lies and Lace Fronts. We talked about it all week over there. Um, I just don't appreciate dragging kids. I just don't. I just don't think it's the right thing to do. I don't think it's the right thing to tell your kids private business. I think they should be protected as much as possible. I don't have any respect for it, to be honest. All of the money that she collected should actually go into an account for the kids. And you need to get your ass up and figure out, put your little video, put your little dress on, and come back and make some more of your little fugazi videos and make your own money to pay for your own defense for a lawyer for the situation that you created when you decided to get on this internet and lie, number one, about even having children, and met this clown and made him your husband and unleashed this terror on your life. Okay? She's in Maryland, I believe. She's in that DMV area. Um That's all I got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, ma'am, you did this to yourself when you decided to be with this dude. You met him and you went to be with somebody else. That's a sign. That's the number one red flag. You had 2 men to choose from and you didn't choose him. He was the booby prize after you broke up with the other guy who couldn't get with your kids. Okay. Then you get with him and she says she was raped within the first couple of months of the marriage. And, look, it's a long, complicated story. I really feel for these children, no matter who's doing the assaulting and the violating, it needs to stop. And hopefully, she's going to get her head together and make some choices that will protect her children, period. And that's it. Um, that's it. I don't know what else to say. I've been talking on this topic all morning, so I don't want to really get back into it because it is a horrible hot topic. But like I said, I talked about it for almost 3 hours this morning on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. So let me find the link and I'll drop the link to my playlist. And join me over there. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, Love Lies and Lace Fronts, I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay. We have a lot of fun over there in the morning. And we definitely have been going in depth on this topic over there. So if you are into hearing a little bit more about this or want to know a little bit more about this, hold on a second. It's right over here. It's right over here. Let me see. Videos. Oh, no, not there. We've been talking about it all week. Let me pull up the playlist. Girl, I made a playlist. Let's see. Okay, I'm dropping the link. Really? I don't know what's going on. I need to go check and see what's going on with that and see about it. Let me pin this to the top. And I'll put it in the description box. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wait till after the court's decision. I'll come back on a brief live with you guys and we'll talk about what the court's decision was. Is Diddy getting out? Like, what's going on with that? Is he going to get out today? I really don't think so. First of all, a couple of reasons. I guess let me pivot back to that real quick before we go. We read the whole entire document based on what the government was saying inside and outside of everything that happened. It's already been decided he was not getting bond. There have been 2 judges to not give him bond on a couple of different reasons. And also, they've also cited that he is not due for another hearing. He's not entitled to another hearing. And based on all of the law applied and reviewed, he's not eligible to even have it reconsidered. That being said, they are concerned about witness interference. They're concerned about his social media campaign. They are concerned about his witness tampering. Also, in terms of his behavior, they have also talked about his behavior in the sense that he cannot necessarily be trusted. He hasn't been able to be trusted at MDC. And he can't be trusted. If he can't be trusted at MDC in a supervised environment, he can't be trusted elsewhere. So that's basically, in summary, or the state's argument, amongst other things. And Diddy's lawyer is saying that, you know, he is entitled. He is putting forth the you know, a bail package, all of the things. And then the government came back and said it's really not fair for him to try and buy his way out of jail, and have it kind of be kind of like a have and have not type thing. So it's going to be an interesting decision to hear about. Are they going to move ahead with a denial, or is he going to be granted? Who knows? Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. This was so much fun. I enjoyed this little lunch break with you guys and go over a few hot topics. You guys let me know what else you guys want to talk about, and we will definitely get into it. But I'll be back later as some more stuff develops. Thank you so much, Stormy, for 8 months of supporting. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you guys so much. Anyway, guys, do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, subscribe to this channel so you can always be notified every time I go live or put up some new additional content. And hit the thumbs up for me to support this channel. You guys have a great afternoon, and I'll see you guys next time I go live. Take care, guys. You're gonna have to send me that. I haven't seen it. Can you send it to me on Instagram or email it to me? Thank you, Jay Blake.